Have you guys watched any of the Mae Young Classic?
No.
I've watched
No,
some of it.
Not
you
interested.
probably
in that.
have. How is it?
I watched episode 1 this weekend. It was great.
Right.
I find
Really
that hard
great.
To believe. I find that hard to believe. Bro, there's no way you're going to get a bunch of girls out there having great matches.
Well, I'll say this: the thing that like 205 Live is lacking, or where it's like, who are these people, or why do you care? This show does a great job of introducing you to the people and making you care, and the matches are great, and the crowd is hot. I mean, I can't wait.
Are the girls scantily clad? Or they kind of like are they emphasis? Is there any emphasis on sexual impression, or is everything just centered around the work?
I know, like guys like you and Ryback are looking for that in matches. I don't think the one girl
Because we're becoming a man. That's why. Okay. All right. Yeah.
One girl I was surprised to see had like almost like stockings, like as her like that kind of thing where it looks like you have a garter belt on, which is always a provocative look. That stood out to me just as
So
different.
let me ask you a question. What are you against, a girl looking sexy while she's wrestling, or being sexy but she can't wrestle? Why can't a woman be sexy?
Oh, I have no problem with a woman being sexy. It's the idea that a woman has to be sexy to be entertaining or compelling. It takes all types.
I would rather see a roster of girls. You had 10 girls. They were all 9s or 10s. And they wrestled, like on a scale of 1 to 10, they were all 4s. Okay? And they dressed provocatively. Then a roster of 10 girls that were all 7s, but they all wrestled like 8s. I would rather see the hot girls.
And this is well documented. I think we're going to see some interesting things coming out of the Mae Young Classic. I think in terms of viewership, what's most interesting is that they put all the first round matches, I believe, up on YouTube, and the most viewed match involved a Indian competitor, and her views were something like I don't know if it was 13 or 27 times the number 2 entrant. Like her match got insane views.
Is she hot?
I mean, she's
Indian. That's the same reason Mahal has the title.
Right, but it's just interesting to actually see it move the needle for once,
Right.
Well, there's tons. There's way more Indian people out there than you'd think. That's a humongous.
He knows how many there are. This
yeah.
is KG knows the second most populous country in the world, so they got like 4 times our population. So anything that's Indian that makes it in the U.S., that's a real big deal.
Well,
so everybody's out there.
Yeah, her name is Kavita Devi or Kavita Devi. I'm not sure, but she her match got 1.4 million views on YouTube, and the number 2 match was Princessa Shuhei versus Kaylee Ray.
Princessa what?
Is Shuhei, right?
No, Suhei.
Well, I thought of you guys because when I was watching it, Jim Ross called her by the wrong name repeatedly, and I just wondered if you guys would have any comments for his.
Yeah, he needs to get the name right too.
I thought so. It's Suhei. Say it one more time.
Suhei, Princesa Suhei.
Princessa Suhei. Her match was number 2 most viewed, but that only had 106,000 views.
Wait, would you agree with that, Di? Right, Jim Ross, same thing. He's got to know the names.
Bro,
nobody gets a pass.
Bro, the girl's got 2 tits and an ass. It doesn't matter what her name is.
Okay,
that's
I
offensive.
know you don't. I know you don't. There's absolutely no way.
Doesn't matter. That'd be great for Jim Ross to say, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, you get the name wrong, Jim. It doesn't matter what their names are.
And Disco, she kind of wrestles in somewhat like traditional Indian garb. So I
see her picture here of her press slamming the girl too.
Yeah. So she's wearing like not the type of gear.
She's attractive. She's not like hot.
You know what I was laughing about, Di? Remember right now when you said it doesn't matter?
What?
I was laughing because last week's
Billy Gunn.
It had Billy Gunn, and you and me actually saw that when it happened. We both popped huge. Remember?
Yeah, we watched it in the locker room.
Yeah,
interesting.
But so this girl got a whole bunch of views, and can she go or what? Or what's up?
Yeah, the match is pretty exciting. It's just interesting to see, and she's not like playing a stereotype. You know what I mean? It's so different how the booking on this or NXT or other shows are outside of Raw. It's a much
who books in there? Is that NXT? No, that's the Mae Young Classic. Who's booking that? Sarah, what's her name?
Sarah Del Rey.
Sarah Del Rey. Who else?
and probably I would imagine the NXT team, and I know like
Bro,
I guess
let me tell you something.
and they have Gabe Sapolsky on there.
There's nothing to do with this. Is not booking. Okay, like booking a tournament. That's as simplistic as you can do. Anybody can do that.
I disagree.
That's like filling, bro. Literally, I'll tell you how easy this is. Anybody during college football, basketball, and tens of millions of people do this.
Wrestling's completely different.
Can fill out their brackets for the tournament. Okay, and fill out it, bro. That's as simplistic as it is booking a tournament, because all you have to book is who's the winner and who advances. Booking wrestling is like booking the angles, the storylines, and stuff for things.
But knowing who's going to deliver the best matches, who's the person that people are going to connect to, who are they going to love, who are they going to hate, and how are they going to gel is super important.
I think it's kind of obvious to most everybody. Like
not when you watch certain wrestling shows.
Well, that's why I think tournaments are so corny. It's just like, we try to suspend the disbelief that this is like a real tournament, but the shit's a work, and it's like, and we all talk about the booking of the tournament, bro. Anybody, bro, you got the 12-year-old kid can book this because anything with a bracket. How hard is it to write down a bunch of names?
Because Conan, do you agree, Conan, that matching
up?
He's
absolutely wrong. He's absolutely wrong.
I'm absolutely right.
You're absolutely wrong. A 12-year-old could not book that tournament or any tournament
of
any prestige. Because sometimes you want to build emotion. You want to put two people that maybe had a feud or had some sort of a special relationship. Maybe they were tag team. Maybe they were tag. Are you going to let me finish or not? And then and maybe they were a tag team and you're reuniting them for the first time, and now they're facing each other. There's a lot of things that go in there. Also, you're booking You're booking people's characters. Don't these girls have different characters or no?
None of that shit is going on in this show.
But you haven't even watched the show.
Got together and threw them on there in a tournament.
No, it's not.
No, you're minimizing it due to your lack of information, bro.
And your bias on women's wrestling. I invite you to watch night one.
This is any wrestling. Any type of wrestling that has a tournament.
No, it's not. You're so wrong, dude.
Book. It's not that difficult to book. Bro, if you're in a tournament and Stone Cold Steve Austin's in it and The Rock is in it, and you want to meet them in the finals, you could book that thing anywhere how do you get there? When you book a tournament, you're booking like you book a winner. Who do you want to win the tournament?
You should see the way they book the New Japan tournaments. Sometimes it's incredible.
How is it incredible?
Because
the only thing that comes out of that is the insiders talk about how great the matches were. Okay, but in the big picture of suspending the
angle,
it's still a tournament with a winner and a loser, and the guy advances.
It's Hughesy. Hello.
And the guy advances. It's just like fucking Wimbledon, bro. It's like booking Wimbledon or the U.S. Open, the tennis right now. Sometimes all the good, the top stars get beat. But
what if you kiss ass? Listen to this.
Listen to this. Let me tell you something. If you could book tennis,
right? Okay,
anybody with any common sense, if it was a work, you would book Roger Federer, Nadal, Andy Murray, and Djokovic to be in the Final Four. That's how you would book it. I mean, like anybody with any, because that would be the biggest draws, the most popular guys. You would just book it that way, and that's simplistic. That's very easy to do.
These aren't known girls. These are girls nobody knows, so nobody knows who's going to win. There really isn't a favorite. Am I correct or not, KG?
I would say you're 100% correct.
So, bro, we talk about a tournament.
This ain't like the top. This ain't like we were gonna do college predictions, and I asked you, I go, hey, you want to predict and you go, Alabama's gonna win. I go, well, let's pick a top 5, all right? But at least we know, probably who's gonna be in the top 5 more or less. You don't know in this tournament, bro.
I'm gonna do this,
and that's one of the best things about it. In fact, guys, is that when you're watching it, you literally are like. Unless you've read the spoilers, you have no idea who's going to win each match. Right. And sometimes you're shocked at who goes up, so to speak.
Bro, I will do this. And I'll prove myself to be absolutely correct.
Right.
Okay. Is that let's book, what's the next tournament coming up on TV on wrestling? Well, what's
we just had the Battle of Los Angeles and New Japan and the Mae Young Classic.
That's coming.
That shit doesn't count. I'm talking about like a WWE. Like King of the Ring. Okay?
But that's the problem. You're talking about WWE, which is predictable. That's why this is a fresher product, because they don't want to have so much bullshit or politics or filters or cronyism. Wait a minute. And then you got younger, fresher minds thinking outside of the box and doing shit like it should be done.
Well, do this, and I'll prove this to you. Let the people, the listeners of this show that are watching the Mae Young Classic, submit your fantasy booking of this tournament, okay? And we'll see it. Like, I guarantee you, you're going to have a bunch of people. These are random marks that listen to the show, never been in the business, never nothing. Book it. So you'll look at some of these and go, hey, that's pretty good. Showing that anybody can book a tournament.
Well, I've seen fans put stuff online for long-form storylines and angles and stuff that I've seen stuff that's good too. It doesn't necessarily mean they could actually do it.
But this is simpler because you don't have to book any story. You don't have to really book a lot of you can book some angles and stuff, and everything, but booking this thing is easy because it has a finish and it's done. When you book it, here's the thing: when you're booking wrestling, it's episodic television every single week for the entire year for years and years and years and years. This is just a tournament with a finite period of time, okay, with an actual amount of matches and then a winner. That's not that hard to book.
To put the best matches together.
I appreciate your passion and dedication and doubling down on this subject, but you're absolutely wrong, bro.
We'll see.
Wildly wrong.
Let's see if people submit. Let's hear some.
I don't want to drag a dead horse. You're almost like KG with the AAA commentary, but you are definitely wrong. Speaking of dead horses,
it's time to recycle old and out of date and incorrect jokes.
You mean 7 days ago is not old?
No, you're beat a dead. You're beat a dead horse by beat a dead horse.
Yeah,
correct.
I was being condescending like he was at the beginning.